GR 131, my trip through Gran Canaria. So the start of the GR 131 in Gran Canaria. Good morning. So it's the start of the GR 131 for me. I've started it in Gran Canaria at the lighthouse, and got about 46 miles to walk. Give myself quite a few days to do it in. Glorious weather, really bad back home, really cold and wet and windy and awful, so this is the thinking behind this walk. So I'm really looking forward to it. Get a bit of sun, a bit of exercise, and then I go over to Tenerife, where I'll do continue the GR 131 in Tenerife, and that's about 58 miles, so about 104 miles, but I do believe it's a bit longer. You know, the guidebook says 104, 106 mile, but I think it'll be a little bit longer than that. But yeah, looking forward to it. So I'm trying out my new trail shoes. These are Tipo trail shoes, recommended to me by another YouTube blogger. We're feeling really good at the moment. If anything, we just feel a bit big. It's maybe because of the wideness on the front of the shoe, but yeah, it's pretty hard to get hold of these shoes. Got to be careful which website you visit, but yeah, we're feeling really good at the moment. I'll let you know how we work at the finish. Well, I'm well impressed with Mesa Paloma. I can't pronounce it. My pronunciations are terrible. But yeah, lovely place. Definitely earmarked to return here, have a beach holiday in the future. So coming out of Mesa Palomas, my pronunciation, you just follow the dried riverbed for the first few miles, and you head for the mountains. Head north. So there's a dual carriageway ahead, so that looks, we've got to take the right route for that. So looking at the map, left hand side of the river, we should get past that no trouble. Yeah, so I'm passing under this sort of dual carriageway. I've picked up the Santiago de Gran Canaria. There is no route, a GR 131 route in Gran Canaria. So we use existing routes, and one of them being the Santiago one. So yeah, so I'll pick this route up to my first stop. It's a little town. There's one bar in it. I'm not even going to try and pronounce the name of this town, but apparently it's got the coldest beer in the bar and the best food in all of Gran Canaria. So I'll be looking forward to a bit of a feast when I get there. Hello. So the first part of a walk out of Mesopalomus, there's not a great deal to see. It's just basically getting out of a resort and making your way to the mountains, which are, yeah, we're getting there. Just past a few cement works, but yeah. There's Gran Canaria's answer to the pinnacle. Sorry, no, Nape's Needle on Great Gable. Or the Eskdale Needle. There's all sorts of little caves and tunnels dug into the rocks. There'll be reasons why, but I'm not too sure why. So the first hill of any note. So not a bad little camping place there. 7.7 miles outside of Mesopalomus. A bit early for me, but I'm marching on. So cutting down on this little track to Artiva, it says 1 kilometres. Hopefully there'll be a bar. I think there's only the one bar. I'll get a cold beer. Oh, we have a viewing platform here. I'll have a quick walk up. It says extreme caution. El Barranco de Fataga. Hey, that wasn't too bad. La Necropolis. Well, it's all in Spanish, so I can't read that. But that's the necropolis, all them big boulders and whatever. And round this here is the Barranco de Fataga, with the palm trees and a few more big boulders. Worth getting up and having a look. Yeah, so there's a bit in English here, so a few of the words I understand there. Tumuli, we've got a few tumulis in the Lake District. It's like burial places where they put big mounds of stone on top of corpses, like ancient building areas. So if we look across there, we can see the mounds of stones, which will be the tumulis, where burial sites, in other words. So here I am in Artia, I believe, if I pronounce it right. Beautiful looking little town, but I'm just hoping there's a little restaurant bar open. I think I can see it in the distance. If that isn't open, I might be struggling. Well, I'm gutted. There's no bar and nothing in Artiva, so it means I'll have to push on to Tunde, which is about 10 kilometers. I think it's on this signpost here. Yes, it's 10.7 kilometers. Yeah, Google Maps said there was a nice restaurant, but obviously, like everything, it even says there, cup of coffee. I wonder if I've missed it, didn't see anything. Wait a minute, we could be in luck. Bar, restaurant, gates are open. So just coming off the old donkey trail from Artiva, coming into a place called Fataga, and look what the first thing I see is a bar. Oh, there is a God. Well, I just had a lovely stew and a couple of beers at a lovely bar. Now I've got to try and find somewhere to pitch my tent. Wish me luck. What a lovely village Fataga was. Just amazing. Loads of lovely little bars, nice little church, nice people. Highly recommended. I know I shouldn't, but I can't resist. Oh, Jesus. Oh, yes. Oh, sorry, Mr. Cactus. Ooh, a secret shortcut. Wow. The Camino. Ooh. Yeah, so day one I've made it to Tunte. It's now sort of 5:45 and I do need to find somewhere to camp. I don't think I'm going to get any accommodation in Tunte, but hopefully there'll be somewhere that I can just put a pitch me tent. Oh, looks not too bad, does it? So I decided against going down into Tunte. I do need to pitch a tent somewhere. Hopefully up here. I've got about 40 minutes before it gets dark. Well, I'm very lucky to find this little pitch here. It's around about 6 o'clock, 6:15. I've got about 15-20 minutes left of light. Wow. A little bit close to some houses up there, but it'll be dark very soon, so I should be fine as long as I'm quiet. Good night. Just as I settle down there, someone's just started the disco. Oh my god, this could be a long night. Well, it's now 20 minutes to 8, still dark. I've spent 13 hours in the tent? Yeah, maybe more. Ready to go, but it's no really good point of walking in the dark, so won't be long now till it's light. Everything's cleaned up. Good morning. Well, what a great sleep last night. 11 hours or so or more in the tent. Lights were out by 7:30, and yeah, found a good little stealth camp just beyond Tunte. There's virtually nothing between Mesoplamus, I can't pronounce, and Tunte to Wild Camp, so I was getting a bit worried. It was about 5:30, 5:45, and I was thinking, wow, 45 minutes to find a place, but luckily I found some trees, and in between the middle of the trees there's just a fantastic clearance to pitch my tent, so great sleep was had. I haven't got any preset goals today. It's I'd done a big one yesterday, around about 19 miles, and figured 12-15 miles today. That'd be great. I've got plenty of time to do these two walks. I'm walking from south to north on Gran Canaria, then north to south on Tenerife. So I'm doing two parts of a GR 131, and that's great. I've met two ladies who said go and visit the north part of Tenerife. It's absolutely amazing, but yeah, it's getting there, innit? It's getting there, and the time I've given myself 12 days, so 2 days of those are travelling, like airport and whatever. Got a bit of a travelling day on the ferry going across to Tenerife, so that leaves me 9 days. If I get the Gran Canaria leg done in about 3-4 days, it's only given me 5 days in Tenerife, so it might not be achievable. But really enjoying it today. I think the best part is definitely to come now. I'm climbing into the mountains more and more, and yeah, really enjoying it. Winter sun, you can't beat it. I just love these paths that's been cut out into the mountainside, and for so people can walk and enjoy themselves. They're just tremendous, you know. So around about 20 miles in, I've got my new Topo trail shoes on, and first impressions after 20 miles, absolutely super. I did try to get the orange trail shoes. I don't know the precise name, but you go on the Topo website, you'll know what I mean. But they just didn't have my size. I take a size 12.5 to 13, so I'm pretty limited sometimes with the shoes I can get. If I've got a little complaint about them, I do feel as though they're just a touch big for me, but better being too big than too small. And I think the thinking is, as you walk, your toes open slightly, so the wide base of the shoe, and that might be why I'm thinking the shoe's a bit big. But it's exactly what it's there for, to basically help stop foot pain and issues like that on these sort of long through hikes. So, because I do suffer from the front of my foot, on the right foot, my sole of my foot hurting, and it's an excruciating pain, and I'm sure a lot of people suffer foot injuries, foot pain. So yeah, so far absolutely super. Thanks. I think it's Paul off he's a YouTuber, he's doing some amazing walks in the Pyrenees. Yeah, thanks Paul for the tip and advice. Fantastic path up the side of a mountain. To my next location, which begins with a T, because I'm not going to pronounce it. 12 kilometers left. It's quite cold today. It's got a bit of a cool wind. It's obviously I'm getting higher in the mountains. Yeah, it's notably a little bit cooler than yesterday, which is good for walking. Superb paths. Amazing. Well done, people of Gran Canaria. Very popular with runners. If you were wanting to do this 131, GR 131 in Gran Canaria, there's a cave you could stop in, and there's a little like reservoir dam just down there behind those trees, which is definitely a good place to put a tent. So this is like 22 miles into the walk, so it'd be a big day, or you could do it on the second day. So we have a little campsite here, but I think you've got to apply for a permit. You can't just pitch up. And I think you've got to go to the main main area, main city, pick up your permit and whatever. Yeah, it's the first sign of a GR131 on a marker post. Wildfire here in Gran Canaria, but new trees already planted. So the first sign of Mount Teed in the distance, Tenerife. Very difficult to get up there while if you're backpacking. Got to go in the middle of the night, you know, and yeah, it might be just too much for me on this trip. Yeah, this is the start of a show today. Absolutely amazing, beautiful views, fantastic paths, lovely walking. Amazing. There's a good ridge walk in the distance. That'll take some getting over. Finish off on the big knob, I think. Not too sure what you call that, and right down there to that bit there. Wow, amazing. It's like some steps are going up there, and a bit got knocked out. Take some climbing that. So that little stone there is called La Aldea of San Nicolas. Yeah, I'm walking through a lot of pine forests now. As you can tell, the trees are really black. There was a devastating fire in 2019, but they've recovered amazingly well. So I've just come through the pine forest, and here we are with a fantastic view. The valley of Tejera, I think. Yeah, a bit of a steep drop to the left there, so I have to make sure I don't veer off the path. So on the way down to Artenira, I just looked over to my right and seen a fantastic little pitch. So I believe that's Artenira in the distance. It's about 1 kilometre away, with plenty of refreshments and whatever. But if you look ahead, it doesn't seem many places to camp. So I couldn't really give this place a miss. So it's 5:30. Hopefully won't be too windy and I should get a good sleep like last night. So just leaving Artena, I had no water and I had a 2.5 hour wait till the supermercados opened, and I decided foolishly to carry on. I've got 13 miles to get to the ferry port, but on the way out of Arteta, you'll see that bus mirror there, giving me 2 litres of water, which will definitely see me to the end of the Gran Canaria 131 GR131. So yeah, as you can see, it's a really windy morning. The tent blew halfway down last night. Sleep, but I want to push on. I've got some accommodation in Santa and then I'm going to decide if I'm going to spend an extra day in Santa Cruz, refresh the legs, and then carry on the GR 131 in Tenerife. Good morning. So I'm heading to Tambada, where I'm going to push on to Aguillet, the ferry terminal, where I'm going to get the ferry over to Santa Cruz, where I've booked a room for tonight. So I was talking to two ladies on the way while I was walking this walk, and they said they're getting a ferry tonight at 8 o'clock. I've got about 13 miles to get to Aguillet. It's really early. I mean, I've set off at silly time this morning, just because it was so windy last night and I had such a poor sleep, that I got up. I was up at 5:30, tent packed, and yeah, so I went down into the last town, which I can't remember. Nothing was open, and I pushed on and managed to scrounge a bottle of water, and that'll do me. I've got a few chunky bars in the bag, but I'll push on and then get over to Santa Cruz where I can relax, and I'll think about the Tenerife part this afternoon. See you later. Around about 9.5 kilometers to Aguillet. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. I've just passed Tambada. Wasn't much there, to be honest. It was just nothing really. I'm on my way to Aguillet. I know there's a ferry at 12 o'clock. I'd love to catch it, but I think I'm pushing it. I've got about 5.5 miles, and yeah, best will in the world. It'd be great to make it, but I know there's one at 12, I know there's one at 8. I'm not too sure in between. There's got to be, I think, the go all day. It'd be nice to get to Santa Cruz, to get to my room and have a shower, clean up a bit. Yeah, but I do believe this leg into Aguillet it's mainly downhill. Obviously you get your little bits of up and down like, but so we're heading down to the ocean, so from the mountains to the ocean, usually downhill, isn't it? Anyways, check in later. So just behind those trees there is the port of Aguillet, which is a good sign. Yeah, it's a very steep climb down to Aguillet. Yeah, taking it out my knees a little bit. My right knee's hurting a little bit on this walk. Yeah, so it is all downhill, but it's pretty tough going with plenty of drop offs, so be careful. Well, it's like being back home in the Lake District. These footpaths on this last leg to Aguillet. Yeah, so I finished at the church in Aguillet. I've got a ferry to catch in around about an hour, so I'm not hanging about. Yeah, I did make it 12 o'clock. That was a long old slog down from the top of that mountain there. So there was one going at 2 o'clock, which was brilliant. I think there's about 7 a day going. €46 or £46, one or the other. Super. So I should be in Tenerife in 90 minutes.